So like I said, we'll be talking about LinkedIn today, and how to really develop your LinkedIn skills, creating your profile, job opportunities, and what that looks like for especially an international student. So what is LinkedIn? So LinkedIn is basically a social networking website. It's similar to Facebook or Instagram or Twitter, except it's more so for you developing professional connections. So it's not necessarily like I'm taking a selfie and I'm posting my picture for my friends to see, or I'm posting my status of where I am right now. It's more so of sharing about your professional and personal growth within your field of interest, or just personally how you want to share a little bit about how you're branding yourself as well. So it's also about professional focus, like I just said. It's your online resume, so it's a great opportunity for you to just post like some of your experiences, some of the projects that you've been doing, some of your volunteer experience, and those types of things to showcase to the world about these are the types of things that I've been doing. And in a minute, you'll be able to see the amount of people who are actually on LinkedIn, who can view your profile and really get to see like what a stellar student you are as an international student as well. International students, this is a great way for you to kind of get in front of someone. This is your first face lasting impression. And so this is your opportunity to get that first impression in front of an employer. So it's job search and recruitment. There's all types of tools that you can utilize on here that we'll go through, that you can use LinkedIn for, and then career exploration tool. It's a great opportunity to do some informational interviewing, some networking connections, just asking people about what their day-to-day operations with their company is. That's a great way of introducing yourself into the door, but also building a connection with that person who may be able to connect you with someone with a job opportunity in the future and later on. So there's over 500 million people on LinkedIn. That's like huge. Facebook has over 1 billion people on it. So LinkedIn has about half of that. But LinkedIn also has about 70% of its LinkedIn users are from outside of the US. So that means pretty much that most of the people who are utilizing LinkedIn are not here in the US, but they're international students, even just like you. As you'll see, 40 million students and recent college graduates are on LinkedIn. And really, this is what we tell students all the time, is that it's called the hidden job market. It's about networking. 80% of students who are finding job opportunities now, it's not the point and click and I'm going to, apply to a job opportunity or anything like that. It's more so you getting out in front of an employer, you reaching out, doing informational interviews, you utilizing LinkedIn to your advantage, to really find those job opportunities that you're looking for. Also, if you are online, feel free to unmute yourself and ask a question, or just write it in the comments box. I'll be able to view them a little bit during this presentation. But also, with LinkedIn, there's 65% of them are millennials. So 18 to 34-year-olds are really the ones that are really using LinkedIn and utilizing its advantages. And then 250 million active users. So yes, we have 500 million people who have some type of LinkedIn account, but 250 million people are actively using LinkedIn. And what that means is that they're using it kind of weekly, probably about 2 to 3 times out of the week. They're utilizing LinkedIn to make some type of connection, to post on their feed about some of the opportunities they may have, to keeping up with trends that are going on within the job market or industry. And so they're using it in some type of capacity. And also, if you look over here to your right, you'll see this picture. You'll see that most of the people are outside of the US utilizing LinkedIn. You'll see Asia, there's over 80 million people using LinkedIn. Europe, there's over 80 million people using LinkedIn. In South America, there's nearly 30 million people using LinkedIn. And so it doesn't really necessarily matter where you're coming from. You always have a plan B as well. And that's the great thing about utilizing LinkedIn. Well, I'll talk about a little bit more in the groups area, is that you can have a plan B and you can start making connections. Say you're an Italian student and you may not be looking to stay here in the US for a long time, where you can connect with groups, professional groups that are in Italy, in your home area, that you can start making connections with, so that when you start making that move to go back to Italy, you have some connections there. You have a network already created there. And that's the value within having a LinkedIn profile and account. So industry demographics. So the top 5 industries, as you'll see, are finance, medical, education, high tech, and manufacturing. And so those are really the industries that are really focused in utilizing LinkedIn the most. So people from the medical field, people from tech companies, people from the manufacturing field, finance, and I was kind of surprised that finance was the biggest one. But when you look at the vast array of finance opportunities and the types of things that they have to do within the finance industry, I mean, making connections, networking, those types of things, LinkedIn is an easy go-to tool for them to really start making those connections. So as an international student, many international students are within the STEM area or even the business field, and many of them are now moving towards the medical field as well. This will be a great tool for you to see, like, okay, my industry is one of the top 5 used on LinkedIn. If I don't have a LinkedIn account, then I'm doing something wrong. And so I need to get on LinkedIn because there's great opportunities for me to start networking. There may be job opportunities on there, internship opportunities. You never know who you can meet on LinkedIn that you can leverage for an opportunity to move you to the next level. Next thing. So the benefits and challenge and advantages of using LinkedIn. So supplement your resume, share your strengths and talents. So that's where you can really utilize that experience area to showcase a little bit what's on your resume and talk about those things. Talk a little bit about the company. Talk a little bit about why you chose that company. Talk a little bit about some of your accomplishments with that company or internship that you've had in the past. Those are things of value that you want to showcase to employers who are going to be looking at your profile and going through it. Putting a face to a name. So this is a great opportunity. I've had international students come to my office and they say, my name, it seems international, and I feel like, people are going to say something, or I feel like I'm not getting job opportunities because of, my name and those types of things. And I'm like, well, I don't think that's a necessarily a thing, but LinkedIn is a great tool that you can use so they can put your face to a name. Usually when you see someone, you can have a little bit better of a connection with them, and it allows an employer to say, like, you submitted your application to this position. Now we're going to do a little research and see, like, are you connected with LinkedIn? Are you on LinkedIn? Are you utilizing LinkedIn? What are some of the things that you're talking about on LinkedIn? What are some of your interest areas and your insights? What are some of the groups that you're a part of? What are some of the additional projects that you may not have put on your resume that may be located on LinkedIn? I always tell students, everything that's on your LinkedIn may not be in your resume, but everything on your resume should be on your LinkedIn. Because your LinkedIn is like that online portfolio that you can have all of your experiences and you'll be able to showcase them on LinkedIn. It's an opportunity for you to attract recruiters, connect you directly to decision makers. So if I had a student, and I tell this story all the time, I had an international student, he wasn't really getting any callbacks. He's in an area of finance, but he wants to be more so in public administration. So what he did was he reached out to a director of budgeting at an office in North Carolina, and he made a connection with her through LinkedIn. That connection turned into him getting an unpaid internship. That unpaid internship turned into him getting a full-time job when he graduated. So those are the types of things that you should do to utilize LinkedIn, because LinkedIn will put you in front of recruiters, but not only put you in front of recruiters, but will also put you in front of decision makers. Those people who can help you make decisions or make decisions for you and come to bat for you and advocate for you to get a job opportunity. So reaching out to recruiters, reaching out to people who are decision makers are a great thing that you can do on LinkedIn. just reaching out and asking a question. Hey, can you tell me a little bit more about, your day-to-day operations? Hey, I'm really interested in, the finance field, and I'm really wanting to learn a little bit more. Could you tell me a little bit more about like how you got into your position? What was your journey and those types of things? People love those types of things. And as international students, LinkedIn is an advantage that you have to be able to get in front of employers and recruiters and decision makers who you can best leverage for those opportunities. Also, keep you informed on opportunities and trends. There's so many opportunities and trends that are going on in different markets. They're always changing. There's always new types of positions coming out and those types of things. And so LinkedIn is a great opportunity for you to go onto your feed and just look at some of the things that your connections are posting, that the people that you're following are posting, your insights are posting, your groups are posting, and those types of things, so that you can keep up with the trends that are going on within your job market or your industry. Help you network with professionals in your field and leverage those connections. So as I stated in the attract recruiters and connect you, who can connect you directly with decision makers, you're wanting to do the same thing here. You're wanting to really connect with professionals that are in your field, that you can network, and you'll be able to leverage those opportunities and those connections later on. I've had international students who have started within their sophomore, junior year that I've been working with, and they've been utilizing LinkedIn to really leverage those connections so that when they are looking for internships, when they're looking for job opportunities, it's easy for them to reach out to that connection and say, hi, my name is such and such. I remember we're discussing about, your journey throughout this field. I really enjoyed listening about it. I'm currently in the search for an internship. Would you happen to know of any companies that I might be able to reach out to? That's a great tool to use, a great line to use for people who are on LinkedIn to really leverage those connections and the opportunities that you may be able to grab as an international student. Assist you in finding jobs and internships, just as what I just said, the same exact thing. So creating your profile. This next area is really going to go through the steps of you being able to create your profile, what should go in your profile, and those types of things. And also, I see I have a question here. Oh, no question. Awesome. Perfect. So one of the things that I will do, also, I can email this PowerPoint to you so that you can go back through it and you can see some of the resources. You can click on the links that I have throughout the PowerPoint to be able to navigate some of those things as well. So creating your profile. All right, so professional photo. Yes, you're laughing, but there are people who are on LinkedIn with professional photos such as the ones you see here. And those are the photos that you want to stray away from. You want to be professional, you want to smile, you want to look joyful and happy and excited on LinkedIn. You don't want to have anything that you can see some of your personal life in the background. You see this woman, she's at a restaurant. This woman looks like she's at like a bar or a club or something like that in the background. This guy, I think he's trying to be too cool for his photo. Not sure what's going on there, but you want to make sure that it's professional, it's bright, it's exciting, and it showcases a little bit of your personality, but not to the tone of we're showcasing too much of our personality. More so like a Facebook photo. So profile heading. So your profile is your online first impression. And like I said in the beginning, this is the first impression of how employers will view you before they even get you in for an interview. So even if you apply for a position, an employer is most likely going to go and see if you have a LinkedIn profile. And this is going to be their first impression of you. So what you want to do with your profile is you can change the background that you're heading. So I would also, for NSU students, I would always say go with like a heading background photo that's like of NSU or some type of nature background, something outside. It just gives a little bit more of a fresher view behind your LinkedIn photo. And then you want to have a photo. I'm not necessarily smiling all that much, but you want to have a photo that's fresh, that showcases your face. You don't want to have too much on also within your photo. So don't have any crazy necklaces. Ladies, keep it simple, keep it plain. Also, for healthcare students, any medical students, nursing students, it's totally okay to have like your scrubs on in your LinkedIn photo, or your white coat. That's totally okay to have on in your LinkedIn photo. And then you want to have your first name, middle initial, last name. You don't have to have your middle initial. That's just something that I go by. I always put on everything that I do. And then below that, so this is where you can kind of be creative with a little bit of your heading and your titles and those types of things. So right here, you'll see on many LinkedIn profiles, it'll have like either business development associate or financial analyst and those types of things. This is where I tell students to get creative with the type of verbiage that they're going to use, the types of specializations, the types of areas they want to focus in, and those types of things. And what makes them them. So if you'll see here, I use capacity builder, I use transformational leader, I use creative thinker, I use educator. Also, what you want to remember is that when you put these types of things in here, anytime someone searches on LinkedIn with those types of words, those keywords, your profile is one of the profiles that'll pop up in those top lists because you have that type of verbiage within your heading area. And then you'll have Nova Southeastern University, that'll populate automatically. And then you also want to showcase your location. So where you are is a very important thing that you want to showcase as well. Also, if you're looking to move, I always tell students, if you're looking to move from Miami and you're wanting to live in Los Angeles, go ahead and change it to Los Angeles. Make them feel as though like you're a local candidate already, because it makes them a little bit more open to inviting you for interviews and reaching out and those types of things as well. So your summary section. So with your summary section, you want to be simple. You want to do a 20 to 30-second attention grabber. And that's all you need right there. Well, things that you want to focus on are really your professional and personal brand, what makes you you, some of your experiences or specializations you can focus on in there. I see this done many ways. So the first part may be, a little bit of a blurb of who they are or who you are, and then it goes into bullet points about like these are my different specializations. That's totally okay to do too. I did mine a little bit different. But also you want to make sure you're writing in first person. I, my, me, those types of things. Do not write in third person. So if you look at mine, so I say I am I am a transformative career advisor with a demonstrated commitment of high performance in an educational environment. I pride myself with having a strong passion for supporting international student success, expanding student development, promoting culturally inclusive organizational environments, and developing interactive and engaging learning communities. Currently, I'm in the final semester of pursuing a master's degree focused in leadership at Nova Southeastern. My experiences include student development, programming, leadership development. So you see I give a blurb a little bit about like my background, what I'm passionate about, what my interests are, but then I also give a little bit of background and some points about my previous experiences and my specialization areas. So with your experience section, this is an area where you want to summarize your role. Mine is a little bit different because this is just how I chose to do my my experience section. But you want to summarize your role, and so it's great to give a little bit of a blurb about like this is my role, this is the position that I'm currently in, and this is the company that I'm working for. Briefly explain the company, key contributions and skills. Sorry, I'm talking so crazy. I have braces in my mouth and I got them tightened yesterday. So key contributions and skills that you want to include in here. Avoid CV style. So you don't want to just put your experience and nothing there. That means like no bullet points, no explanation about what that experience is, about that company and different things like that. You want to avoid that. You want to make sure that you're including a little bit of background of what you've done in that experience. Use clear and succinct phrases and use rich media. One of the best things that you can do if you've done projects, if you have pictures of things that you've done, definitely include it on there. You see, I included our scavenger hunt that we did last year for our first time in college students. I also did our Shark Preview Weekend, which I was helping to coordinate the interview doctor. And this is something that we did a part of the interview doctor last year. So those are the types of things that you want to put within your sections, and make sure you're putting some type of media, some type of thing that they can go and view what projects and different things that you've done previously. Skills and expertise. So featured skills and endorsements are here. So this is a place where people can really go and endorse some of your skills. So one of the things that you want to make sure you do is put at least 10 core skills. So if your core skills are public speaking, leadership, research, business development, all those types of sales, finance, all those types of things, if those are the things that you want to focus on, go ahead and put those as your skills. And then endorse others and hope they will return the favor. So many times when someone endorses you, you go back and endorse a skill that they have. That's a great way of getting your endorsements up. As you see, I haven't been doing a great job of that, but that's something that you definitely want to do. You want to go back and you want to say, you want to go back and you want to endorse that person who endorsed you as well. And just go and endorse people on their profile too. That's something that you can totally do. When you're going and visiting people's profiles, go and endorse it. If you know they have great at public speaking, give them an endorsement for public speaking. And a good snapshot of your professional brand. Education and recommendations. So expand on your degree. So one of the things that you can do is you can talk about like your degree program. You can talk about your training practice and the types of courses that you put there. But you can also talk about a little bit more of the different courses that were part of that special degree. So if you're in your master's program and you are an accounting program, so you can put the different accounting courses that you've already taken. So that the person that's viewing your profile can see like, okay, this person, doesn't have a lot of experience within accounting, but these are the types of courses and classes that they're taking. And that's a great way to showcase to employers, like, I necessarily don't have all the experience, but these are the courses, these are the trainings that I'm taking currently to gain more experience. And especially as international students, that's something that you definitely want to do, especially within the MBA program. Or switching careers, coming to the US, you want to showcase some of the training programs that you're taking while you're here so that it basically gives you much more of a cushion to go off of. Also, connect with old classmates. Raise your profile by asking for recommendations. So one of the things that you definitely want to do if you have an employer that you've worked with and they're also on LinkedIn and they may be active or they may not be active, definitely ask them to go and place a recommendation on your profile. That's a great way to raise the level of your profile as having recommendations from people who are in that field who have previously maybe supervised you or worked with you to go and give a recommendation on your LinkedIn profile. So additional sections that you can have are publications, projects, make it personal, certifications, affiliations, insights. Insights is one of the things that goes at the bottom of your profile, and that's basically where you can go and say like, this is a LinkedIn influencer. This is a person that I'm following. Or you can say like, this is an organization that I want to work for. I'm going to follow them. And that's the way you kind of do insights on LinkedIn. It's just basically going to be at the bottom of your profile and just showcases the types of people, the types of companies, and those types of things that you're going to be following or that you are following. So job search and networking. So integrating LinkedIn into your job and internship search. So conduct targeted searches to research industries, companies, positions, and profiles, and explore possible connections. So one of the things that you can do is search through LinkedIn. And one of the things I'm going to show you, I believe it's the next slide, is showing you the different things that you can use to search through LinkedIn. And you can do it by career interest. You can do it worldwide, or you can do it by domestic location. You can do it through salary. You can do it through your groups. You can do it through your connections. And so there's so many opportunities for you to do targeted searches in LinkedIn. Informational interviewing. Informational interviewing, I've talked about this already earlier. It's a great way to get yourself into the door with connections on LinkedIn. It's probably a way that many people on LinkedIn are utilizing their connections. And it's just asking questions about someone who's in the field that you want to go into. Also, it's a great opportunity because when you're in school, you can do those types of things. It's different when you are a professional in an entry-level position, and now you're reaching out and saying like, oh, I want to know more about this field. As a student, people are more likely to engage with you when you're doing informational interviews. So it's okay to say like, I'm an undergraduate student, or I'm a graduate student, or I'm in a DO program currently, and those types of things, because it allows those people to or gives them a little bit more cushion to react and interact with you. Join relevant groups. That's something that I'm going to talk about a little bit later. Become a knowledge source in your industry. Share articles, blogs, and create your own. That's something that you should definitely do. I think one of the biggest ways in which people are able to build their LinkedIn connections as well is creating posts and sharing posts. Because when you create and share posts, other people can view those types of things. They can read through them. They can like them. They can share them on their page. But usually when someone likes something that you have shared or that you have posted on LinkedIn, other people in their connections can see that too. So it's a great way to build your connections because, hey, I'm writing a post about, about trends within the finance industry that you're seeing. So 10 trends that you're seeing in the finance industry as a student. And so, hey, 10 people have gone and liked this post. So the 10 people have gone and liked this post, only 4 of them that I am connected with. So then I can get connected with those other 6 people and leverage those relationships and network with them as well. So that's a great way, great piece of building your network on LinkedIn. And then interview preparation. It's great for that as well because the professionals that you may be connected with, you can ask them different questions about what will be discussed within your interview and those types of things within that industry. So job search and internship search. So this is basically just walking through the different areas in which you can do some searches on LinkedIn, which I'm getting ready to show you now. All right, so this is basically the job and internship search area when you go into LinkedIn. So when you're in your LinkedIn profile, it'll only go to home. It'll go straight to home. That's where your feed is. That's where you'll see posts and different things that are shared. You'll just click up here on jobs. And basically, once you click on jobs, this is the page that will pop up. So this is the new LinkedIn that's going on. So this is a great area for you to be able to search through jobs. You can search job, you can search industry, you can search companies, you can search groups. All those types of things are going to be able to be searched right here. So that's a great way of just looking through some of the positions that are out there in your area and that you're looking for opportunities for. And then you can search with location. So the great thing about location, you can search with you can search domestically or you can search worldwide. So say you're an international student and you're from South Africa. And so I want to look not only for positions here in the United States, but I also want to look in positions, back in my home country. It's a great opportunity for you to search here as well for positions back in your home country while you're also searching for positions here in the US. So career interest. Career interest is awesome because this is where LinkedIn will recommend different positions for you. So you can go through your career interests, and the career interests include like, are you currently searching right now, or are you looking to be employed in the next 1 to 3 months. It also has the different locations that you're looking to be employed at, the industries that you're looking to be employed in, what types of job titles are you looking for, and those types of things. And then once you do that, those will be populated down here. So where you see down here in this left corner, these are different career interests that are populated for me. So it says, based on my profile and career interests, I have 5 locations currently selected for my interests, 4 industries selected, and I want companies between 0 to 5,000 employees. That's something also that you can do. So if you're looking for a small company or if you're looking for a big company, your career interest allows you to filter through that as well. And once that's done, so down here is where all of these will be populated. And so you can just scroll through the different areas and LinkedIn has recommended for you based on your interests. The other thing right here is you'll see is the LinkedIn salary. So the LinkedIn salary is for you. It is a great tool, especially for domestic and international students. It allows you to go and see what is the salary range in this industry. So if I'm looking for opportunities within information technology, I can go to the salary, I can click on the LinkedIn salary, I'll type in information technology, I'll type in the location that I'm looking for to be employed in, and it'll populate the actual salaries that are averaged in that area for different jobs. So if it's for entry level, if it's for mid level, if it's for senior level positions, it'll do all of that for you in that LinkedIn salary. So therefore, it's also a great opportunity for you when you get a job opportunity and they've reached out and say, hey, we want to offer this position to you. We want you to start at 56,000. Well, it's a great opportunity for you to go on here and you can see what the average salary range is for that type of position in that area as well. So it's just a great tool all around the board. And then see jobs with connections. So this right here will allow you to see the different jobs that are out there that your people that you're connected with have also kind of connections with as well. So say that you have people in your connections that work for Disney, work for Microsoft, work for Baptist Health, work for Apple. You'll be able to go here and you'll say see jobs with connections, and it'll only show you those jobs that are with your connections. So it'll show you the Apple jobs, the Amazon jobs, the Disney jobs, and those types of things where your connections are connected with. All right, so connecting with groups. So this is a great tool for international students. I think probably one of the best tools for international students to utilize. On here is the groups. So groups helps you further your professional brand by showcasing your interests and passions on your profile. So your groups that you're connected with will also be on your profile within your LinkedIn page. Joining and participating in groups increases your visibility and networking opportunities with people with similar interests. So these groups allow you to get a part of them so that you can share your ideas, you can see the different opportunities that are out there within your field, within your market. You can network with professionals within your field and those types of things. If you'll see down here in my example area, you'll see that in the things that are highlighted orange, you'll see that these are 3 groups that I just went and found from LinkedIn. So one is an F1 International Student Internships in USA. I don't know why it says it that way, but in the USA. And basically in that group, they're just talking about how they found internship opportunities. What are some of the internship opportunities out there available for them in different fields and different industries as well. And the business analyst, professional, BA, and analysis. This is a great one for BIBA students. So students within the business intelligence and analytics program. That's a great professional network for you to join because those are nothing but professionals within that field in that industry. And so you'll see that once you go and search through groups, you'll be able to find groups that match with your industry preference, that match with your professional preferences, and those types of things as well. Also, you can just search up here. You'll see the red box. It says business development. You can just type that in. Whatever industry that you want to type in for a group, you can see. What you'll do is you'll hit search, and then you'll go to more. So you'll see people, jobs, content, then more. And then you'll go down to groups, and it'll basically only show you groups within that category. All right, leveraging NSU Network. So this is also an amazing tool for international students because this one is more so based on NSU by itself. So here is where you will find NSU alumni. So alumni within your field, all over the globe are going to be right here if they're on LinkedIn. And as you'll see, there's over 91,000 alumni on LinkedIn who you can possibly connect with. And so what you'll do is you'll say like, oh, I want to see where they live in Miami, Florida. Oh, but I want to be in the healthcare services industry. Oh, but there's another one that you can click over and you can say, oh, I want to see basically when they graduated. And you can filter all of those things down. And down here, it'll showcase all of those professionals within those fields, within that area that you can connect and reach out to. Again, that's an easy way to do some informational interviewing as well, to just reach out to professionals and ask them questions. These are some of these people, they may not write back, but some of these people, and in fact, most of these people are wanting to know a little bit more about, what students like your age and what you're doing currently, what are you interested about? What do you want to know about from me? How can I assist you in further developing in this field and in this profession? And many of them will reach back out to you and just do an informational interview because not only are you curious, but they're curious as well. Post and share on LinkedIn. It's a great way to, like I said, really leverage networks, connections, and those types of things, and start building your presence on LinkedIn and your brand on LinkedIn. So just a few tips and tricks. Adding a professional photo to your profile makes you 14 times more likely to be found on LinkedIn. If you've ever been on LinkedIn, you'll see that when you search through it, you'll see that only those people who have LinkedIn profile photos will come up first, and then it leaves the rest of those people last. That is a strategic way of them wanting to get more people to upload photos and be able to filter through some of the profiles on LinkedIn. Customize your URL. So you can just customize your URL on LinkedIn so that it says like linkedin.com/Emmanuel Golden. And you can leave it like that. But the great thing about it, I always tell students, put your LinkedIn URL on your resume. It's an easy way for employers to find your LinkedIn profile, and an easy way for them to just identify those additional projects, those additional community service, and those values that you have that you didn't share on your resume or you couldn't put on your resume in your LinkedIn profile. Another thing is your privacy controls on LinkedIn. So LinkedIn does have privacy controls. They're too complex for me to be able to go through right now, so I left them off. But if you go to your settings, you'll be able to go to your privacy, and you'll be able to say who can view your profile, what they can see on your profile. When you update some things on your profile, who can see those things, or if no one can see those things. You can also select whether you want to view people's profile incognito or you want them to be able to see your profile when you view their page. So like you're going to someone's page and you're wanting to go through their LinkedIn profile, maybe you want to connect, maybe you don't, but you can select that you're incognito and they don't even know who's viewing their profile, unless they have a premium LinkedIn, but many people don't have a premium LinkedIn. But they won't be able to see like who's viewed their profile. And that's a really great strategy to use when you're just wanting to go through and see what people's LinkedIn profiles look like, what you can add to your LinkedIn profile, and thinking about some of the people that you maybe want to reach out to as well. And pay attention to second connections. So second connections are a great way for you to further develop your network, your brand, and those types of things on LinkedIn as well. Especially for international students, it is a way for you to get out in front of even more people on LinkedIn and showcase some of your talent and the skills that you have as an international student. These are just really LinkedIn resources. So there's a students.linkedin.com. This is an app that you can download. It's for students. And it basically showcases jobs. It basically showcases how you can further develop your LinkedIn profile, some of the things that are going on and trends with college graduates and recent graduates with getting hired and those types of things. Educational webinars on LinkedIn, lynda.com. Have you guys heard of lynda.com? You haven't. So lynda.com is free to NSU students. It's through the NSU library, and it's basically a way for you to go and say like, oh, I don't have a skill in social media marketing. Well, they may have a course on lynda.com for social media marketing that you can go and view, and you can learn a little bit more about social media marketing. That's also a course that you can place on your LinkedIn profile once you've completed it as a certification, but also that's something that you can add to your resume to add value to that as well. So it's free to NSU students, and I definitely tell students to take advantage of it because there's some really cool courses that they have on Lynda. LinkedIn profile checklist. I've given you a LinkedIn profile checklist. If you're online, I will email that to you. And so basically, it's a checklist for you to go through and make sure that those things that they say that you should have in your profile, you've already been able to create and add to your profile. And if you don't have it, it'll walk you through how to create those things as well. Developing your summary worksheet. So that's something that I'll also email to those students who are online. Basically, the summary worksheet will help you develop what your summary should look like, what you should put in your summary, and how to really develop an effective summary for your LinkedIn page. LinkedIn help, and then the epic list of LinkedIn profile tips. Literally, it is an epic list of LinkedIn profile tips. There's tons on there. This is something that you'll be able to click on and use if once I send this to you as well. All right, so that was a quick overview. Any questions?